Welcome back folks, my name's Anthony Valentine, the camper nerd, but you knew that already. Today I'm going to be showing you around this lovely 2005 new Venture. This was part exchanged at a big dealership in Nottinghamshire last month for a nearly new vehicle. This guy's had it from brand new. So it's got one previous owner in the logbook, but if you look at the logbook, change of ownership was when it was 6 or 7 weeks old. New Venture obviously bought it new, converted it brand new, and that's where the last owner, the one and only driver, has had it. The only negative thing, there's a few little bodywork imperfections I'm going to go show you around. But there's no paperwork trail of the service history. I've spoke to the guy. There's 2 or 3 early services in the service book. Then he was just getting it serviced every now and again by the MOT station. I haven't even got an MOT, but obviously I've looked online. Check out the MOT history. Whiskey Victor 05, Oscar Victor Mike. All the mileage checks out. I've forgotten the mileage on this one. It was 60 odd thousand or 70. Let's have a look. 59,000 miles, so that's all genuine. So I'll try, if you look underneath this video, the link will be to the eBay advert. This is going to be on sale with no reserve, make no mistake. So the link will be under the advert, and I will try to endeavour to get some information of the service history, how off the local garage. So the best assumption is it's got 0 service history. We've got a couple of stamps in the book. However, inside, in fact I'll show you when I'm on the driving section, I've just bought for it an oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, water pump, timing belt. It's going to have the full works, of course, the oil change, so that will all be carried out. It was MOT'd 3 months ago, and the only advisory, I've never heard that before, bumper stops. Again, I'll find that information out off my MOT inspector, and I'll put that in the advert link on the eBay, whatever a bumper stop is. So yeah, it's lovely actually. There's only just a couple of imperfections. Now, unfortunately, I've got so many vehicles. Some people ask me, well, why do I do some on an auction and why do I do some on a buy it now price? With the auctions, I know in 10 days, this is a process sale and it keeps me sales and cash flow staggered. And also, I can show you some of the imperfections and then you will dictate the price. It's not me dictating the price, you will decide. So, habitation-wise, I've had a full habitation service a couple of weeks. He changed the gas hose and regulator, and I'm happy to report everything works. Hot water, heater system, leisure battery, charging, all the bits and bobs. The only thing he couldn't get working was the step is seized, so he's probably not used that for years. So this is an electric step, it has a button inside, that should operate in and out, and it's seized up. So that's as it is. Most people just use a little a plastic step here, or can get in without the use of that electric step. But I would factor for someone to go in a new electric step fitted approximately £500. So factor that in your price that you're willing to pay. It's got the large awning, and I've had that out. Just got a slight little rip at the end of the cloth. Again, nothing major, and the cloth goes to the existing cloth that's hard fixed onto the panel. So all it wants is a bit of good strong bonding glue, and that'll be right as rain. But we just haven't got the workshop time to process all these vehicles and more vehicles inbound. So coming on the outside, the worst part, it's had a couple of touches up. Now, if you can see some paint has, well, I don't know what the word to explain this, fallen off, came off, the lacquer is peeled, it's peeled off basically, and there's a section of paint there. So it's been touched in, that won't peel any further, but it is there. So if you wanted, obviously you would have to get that professionally painted and perhaps mask off the stripes. It's had a couple of little touches in there, but again, nothing major. I know what goes on in the industry. Most people will just put a sticker on there. Voila, job sorted. But that's up to you to choose. Okay, coming around the back, we've got the double bike rack. No, everything's presentable here. Now, it has had a little ding. That's the worst one. So it's obviously backed up to a wall or hit something, a sign or something. There's a little ding there, and a very minor, that will pull out with a, that wouldn't take much to pull out. That's another little ding there. But no, everything's presentable. So on the back, we've got the compartment for Thetford standard cassette for the toilet. large metal lined. As I say, this is made by New Venture, still going strong in Wigan. They do a good job, and everything passes out to a habitation certificate. The amount of amateur camper vans we've come across, especially since COVID, that aren't safe. This is metal lined, it's got a drop vent, we've got the proper regulator and cut off valves, so that's been replaced and that test out, hence the new habitation certificate. And inside here, what have we got here? Winter covers for the fridge covers, and we've got your jack and brace, and that's the awning crank handle. So stepping round the driver's side, the rain just looks like it's just about to hold off. Yeah, there was a couple of wheel trims cracked, so I've put you a new set of wheel trims on. There was a crack on this cover for the main, so I've had a complete new one fitted here, and then that conforms to the new habitation certificate that Steve from ST Caravan Services has kindly carried out. I haven't got the qualifications, so he was happy with it and he's passed it off with a new certificate issued. Freshwater inlet, this is for the hot water boiler, that's the exhaust. This is for your hot water if you're heating it on gas. Both the front seats swivel round, so that's a nice feature. I'll show you that inside and take over the camera shortly. And it's a nice Brucey bonus. It's the top of the range 2.8 turbo diesel. I've actually got this in my own personal camper, the silver one there. I went to Germany a couple of months ago. Fantastic engine. Electric windows, mirrors, central locking. We've only got one key. Only one key has presented itself. So I'd suggest you get a copy off the original key. We'll just have a quick look under the bonnet and then we'll take it out for a drive. Yeah, it's all presentable inside. That battery looks like it's been replaced recently. So, as I say, it's the top of the range 2.8 turbo diesel engine. So, yep, as always, I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the country. It's on reserve with no, it's on sale with no reserve. You're more than welcome to come here to Nerd HQ, L40HAG. Just pick up the phone or WhatsApp me on 0798 526 1078. We'll be happy to answer any further questions, and you're welcome to view before the auction end, or a lot of my customers are confident with my descriptions and my history and feedback that the bid, and I'll deliver it anywhere in the country. All I ask is upon the winning auction, within 24 hours, make contact with me, £500 deposit, and all I ask is £100 to cover the fuel and train ticket back. I can't be any further than that. Even if you're not satisfied, you'll get your £500 back. It's not happened yet. Let's not make this the first one. Bodywork on the driver's side, nothing really to report. No, the odd, I mean really minor mark. It's far superior to the average vehicle. I'm a bit fussier than the average person. Let's go for a drive. So let's go for a little drive in this 2005 Fiat Ducato, and it's got the 2.8 turbo diesel top of the range engine. So we had the one owner from new. So we got one owner on the logbook when it was 2 months old. The first owner was New Venture themselves, who converted it brand spanking new. So it's only had one driver, hence why it drives so nice. It's just a shame we haven't got the service history portfolio. So the service book's there. He only had 2 or 3 services in the early days stamped in the book, and then he was getting it serviced here and there off the garage that was MOT in it. I'm going to try and trace some of the information off that MOT station because they haven't got a past MOT, so I'm going to try and trace some of that information for you. So if you want to email us, or I'll try and update the listing a couple of days before the auction end if I get hold of that information for you. But as it stands, assume it's got no service history. However, on that basis, I've just here been and bought a full timing belt kit, water pump, fuel filter, oil filter, air filter, and of course it will have the oil change. And here's the bill, just shy of £240 just for the parts alone. That's without the oil and the fitting, of course. Yeah, 2.8 turbo diesel. It's got all the electric windows, mirrors, central locking, of course, 5-speed manual. And here's a little Brucey bonus you don't get many times on a van of its age: air conditioning. Now I will admit, I've just tried it. It is trying to gas, but it's not freezing enough, so it would definitely benefit from an aircon service and regas. So I'll have that done before the auction end for you, and I will update the listing with the invoice and verify that it's working correctly. If you're in any doubt, send me an email via eBay or a direct message on WhatsApp, 0798 526 1078. We'll just turn that down now because it's interfering with the microphone. Yeah, we've got the driver's airbag, the passenger airbag. We've even got a digital DAB radio. Now I've noticed behind the passenger swivel seat is a CD multiplayer cartridge. Unfortunately, cartridge is not there. I'm going to have another look round to see if I can find that cartridge, but maybe that's something you can buy. But you've got a digital radio there and it's all working. Yeah, this is the 2.8. It really is powerful. I'm just putting my foot down. Whoa, we're approaching 60 mile an hour in fourth. I'm just going to slow down a bit for this corner. This is exactly the same engine in my own smaller. I've got the previous shape, which last month we took to Germany no less than 3 times to watch the football, the Euros. How we got to the final, I will never know. But anyway, hopefully we can address the situation with our manager in another 2 years in America. I won't be driving to America in 2 years, but I will be attending. I'm a glutton for punishment. I do like going to the Euros and the World Cups. But yeah, I've got this same engine in my own camper, and I've used my big tri-axle trailer behind my own camper, and a very powerful engine. Dropping down into 3rd, 4th gear, clutch is fine, into 5th, yep. So on the basis of what I've said, I'll do the full service. It's just at a habitation service and everything working except the electric step, which I've showed you. I'll be happy to put my name to this vehicle. I'll give you 3 months total warranty and 6 months on the engine and gearbox because I've carried out this very extensive service. Okay, I'll take over the camera and I'll show you inside. Okay, nice little drive there. So first of all, I'll take over the camera. Right on cue, the heavens have opened. I'll take over the camera shortly and take you inside, but just a little sneak peek, and I've got the bed set up. So this folds forward, and then that creates 2 little damps off this rain. Don't worry, see, it's dripping in now. Good old British English weather. So yeah, that creates 2 single beds, which I've taken some pictures of it in single bed configuration. You'll be able to see in the advert link below. And also this one has a bracket that slides across. The large bottom cushion goes into the middle. The back cushion flops into place, and you've got a very large double bed. Okay, by the wonders of video editing, I'll take over the camera now and take you inside. Okay, back inside now. And you can see there that the seats are made back into the upright position. So we've got a rear forward facing seat with a 3-point seat belt. End kitchen galley area. Yeah, this is lovely. There's hardly any marks or anything on it whatsoever, really. 4 gas burner hob, all working correctly. We've got the grill, of course, working. Plenty of cupboard space. Dometic 3-way fridge, so it'll work off the gas. There we go. That's just lighting the pilot light, and that's lit now. That's off the gas. That's off the mains if you're plugged in, and that's off the 12 volt when you're driving. We've got the wardrobe. Plenty more drawers underneath the wardrobe. Little cupboard underneath the second drawer, and underneath these seats you can utilise for extra storage space. Lots of space under there as well as under that one. Under here it's got most of the workings. Can't quite see through the slats, but you've got the leisure battery. That was the other thing I forgot. The habitation guy, when he checked it off, he advised a new leisure battery, so it's got a brand new leisure battery fitted. So this has got the Truma heater, so that's for heating up the back. That will work off gas. This is to heat up the hot water off gas, and to heat up the hot water on mains is this switch. Again, extra cupboard here, turnbuckle catch to the left there, and just extra storage space underneath. That's where the blown heating comes out of. You've got blackout blinds and fly nets all the way across. Very straightforward control panel on. You've got on for the lights and on for the water pump. Storage above the cab. Switch here to operate the 2 lights above, and the kitchen area one has 2 lights. That's on an individual switch, and so is the one that swivels round above the kitchen sink. Again, blackout blinds all the way through. Nice little feature there above the kitchen. All the cupboards operate and everything's nice and clean inside. Concertina blinds, blackouts for both opening lights above. Just press a button there and open sesame. That locks into place. The same with a large one at the front. Just press that button there and off she comes open. That's locked into place, and you've got a couple of areas there so you can have it just a little bit open, medium open, or all the way through. Yeah, it's in nice condition, this. So it's got a couple of overmats because I didn't want to get in dirty where the habitation guy was getting in and out, and it's got the original New Venture Sleep that's over the lino, and I've looked underneath and there's no marks. Okay, walking in the large wet room, shower room. Only thing I can notice is there's no shower curtain. So the rails are there, all the little things, so you may want to get yourself a little shower curtain unless it's hidden somewhere. I'll have another look. So we've got the shower, that's all tested, hot and cold shower, drop down sink with hot and cold water, vanity mirror, does that? Oh yes, we've got another little cupboard there. Swivel round Thetford cassette toilet, that's been sanitised, shower tray, that's all presentable, no cracks. And here is the little storage area with another turnbuckle catch, and that slots into place, and that's your freestanding table. I'll just turn that light off. Yeah, all in all, it's a nice condition. You can tell, obviously, it's only had the one owner from brand new, and both front seats swivel, as you can clearly see there. That little cupboard has actually got a lock on. So at some stage, someone has had a mark here, and they've actually stitched in a very good job, if I may say so, but it's definitely not original. So someone's had a little bit of stitching there on the driver's leading edge, but other than that, all this upholstery is nice. There's no rips or tears, no smells. We'll just turn the lights off now. There's your reading lights. So we've got extra mains supply and sockets there, and this will be a supply off your leisure battery. And I think that's about it inside. There's nothing much more to show you. Everything's presentable and works as it should. As I say, the habitation guy has just signed it off. So the only thing, he was not, couldn't get to work, and I said, we haven't got the time is the electric step. So just to recap, it's a 2005 new venture. It's the Caletta model. It's on sale with no reserve. I'll be happy to deliver this anywhere in the country free of charge. All I ask is a voluntary £100 to cover my fuel and train ticket back. It's got the awning on the side. It's all been checked off. It's got the 2 bike carry rack on the rear. It drives well. And of course, before the auction end, it will have that major service: oil filter, air filter, fuel filter, timing belt, water pump, the lot. And both of these windows open, of course, as well. Just a couple of little marks that I've pointed out. I think there was one here, it's so small you can hardly see. There you go, one little mark there. It's had a couple of touch-ins. The major one could probably benefit, it's a little bit flat, the paintwork could probably benefit from a good machine polish or a buff in a body shop, but this is the main issue. So please be aware of that. You can either paint that panel and mask off the name and the stripe, or what a lot of people just do is put some sort of sticker there, but that's something to consider in the future maybe. And it's had a couple of touch-ins there, and of course those two little, there's a little dimple there and a little dimple there at the top, but other than that she's straightforward. Okay, that's all. I'll catch you on that next video, and thanks for watching.